Hello, you may have come across this book, The Four Agreements. In this book, the author has shared four very powerful ideas which can help you to create a life of freedom, the kind of life that you may really wish to have for yourself. And in this video, I'm going to share with you what are those four ideas. The first one is be impeccable with your word. You will agree with me when I say that we are communicating all the time. We are communicating with people around us, and at the same time we are also communicating with ourselves. So it has twofold messages here. One, when you are communicating with others, make sure that you honor your word. In communication we make many promises, we make many commitments, but when it comes to being impeccable with your word, it means that honor your word. Because when you start honoring your word, it's not only that others will trust you, you will also start trusting yourself more. That's why it's important. Another message here is when it comes to talking to yourself, you need to be very, very watchful of what are the kind of words that you use in conversation with yourself. Because those words are nothing else but the seeds of the life that you are creating for yourself. You may not even be aware of that. That is why be impeccable with your word. Second one is don't take things personally. Again, you will agree with me when I say that there are many things that happen in our life which may not be to our liking. Others say some things, others do something which we do not like. We get hurt, we get upset, we get frustrated, and we continue to carry these feelings and emotions perhaps for years to come. But here the author is saying, don't take anything personally, meaning thereby whatever other person is saying and doing is a reflection of them, not of you. But if you start taking everything personally, you will ruin your life. I'm using a very strong word because you will start believing everything that is being said and done by others is your truth. No, it is not. It is their truth. It's a reflection of their life. It's a reflection of their mindset. So don't take things personally. And it may actually liberate you. It may release many things that you may already be holding inside you. Third important message that the author is giving is don't make assumptions. Why is it so that we should not make assumptions? Because assumptions can be very dangerous. Assumptions are an essential part of our life. Because whenever we get information from others, communication from others, there are always gaps in that communication. And how is that gap filled? That gap is always filled through our assumptions. So assumptions are a natural part of our thought process. But what is being recommended here is don't make assumptions, and whenever those assumptions are popping up, or as you start believing those assumptions, rather than believing them, it's very important, it's very good to validate them by asking others questions, by checking with them as to what they actually meant by whatever has been said or done. So don't make assumptions, otherwise you will create a chaos here. The last agreement suggested by the author is always give your best. And understand that your best will be changing from situation to situation. Let's just take an example. When you are tired, your best will be different in comparison to when you are full of energy. But what will happen if you mix these two? Either you will start feeling guilty because when you are tired, you will not be able to do as much as when you are full of energy. So you will feel guilty. On the other hand, when you are full of energy and you are giving your best as when you are tired, that's when you will actually underperform. So always give your best depending on the situation, depending on the circumstances. That's when you will be able to achieve what you want to achieve. That's when you will be able to move towards the freedom that you want to experience in your life. So let me quickly sum up what are these four agreements. First one is be impeccable with your word. Second one is don't take anything personally. Third one is don't make assumptions. And the last one is always do your best. As you follow these four in your day-to-day life, in your day-to-day actions, you will notice how your state of mind gets affected in a very, very positive way. You will have a sense of liberation here, and at the same time, in terms of work, you will be able to produce much more, higher quality, and that's what everyone actually aspires to do. I wish you all the best, and I'll keep on sharing more powerful thoughts to make your life, make your career shining.